Alright, I wanted to create a video about Module 7 to walk you through what activities you have to complete and how they're going to work. So if you look at Module 7 in ACA 122, you'll see that Step 1 says read Chapter 8, pages 141 to 158, and Chapter 9, 159 to 176. I can see that needs changed. I'll make the edit. Once you've done that, we are not going to have a test that's going to go with Module 7, but you will need to be familiar with the information there. It's study skills and test taking skills, all that type stuff. Our activity that relates back to Chapter 7 in the textbook about note taking is going to provide us some further insight into the study skills and test taking skills that are in Chapters 8 and 9. So you'll need to be familiar with the textbook first. But then once you've done that, we have one main activity that you're going to complete in Module 7, and that is a group note-taking activity, which is due by next Tuesday, October 6th at 11:59 p.m. So you're going to complete that activity first, and you'll notice that down here I've divided you into groups of 2 or 3. Your names fall underneath your group, and that once you go in here, I'm going to use Group A as an example. So I'm going to go into the wiki for Group A. I'm going to see that here is my set of directions, and it says in this activity you will be working in groups of 2 or 3 students to take notes on a video. Each group has a different video. There are actually 6 groups. Group A and Group D are both doing this way to an A, effective study skills, and so of the 6 groups there are 2 sets doing each of 3 videos. And so the first part's worth 20 points. So what you're going to do is you're going to go in here, and there are 3 different types of note-taking strategies detailed in the book: informal outline, 2-column, Cornell method. So as a group, you're going to decide which of the 3 people in the group are going to tackle each of these. If you only have 2 people, of course, one person will do one, the second person will do another, and the third type will not be used. No one can use the same strategy, so only one person does informal, one person does 2-column, and one person does Cornell method. And so what you'll do is you'll scroll down here to a video, and you're going to click the link to the video and watch the video. And as the video plays, you're going to go back through and use the specific set of note-taking skills that are presented for that method you chose in the last step. So if you chose informal outline, then your notes will look like that. Now you can do this one of 2 ways. You can go ahead and create a document on your computer and take notes on the computer as you're watching the video, or you can do this by hand and type it out when you're finished. I'm even fine if you do it by hand and have a way to scan it, if you scan it and upload it. But once you've taken your notes, you're going to come back in here, and you'll see that underneath each different type there's a place that says uploaded notes, and so you'll edit. Each time you make changes to this, you just scroll up to the top to the edit tab, you'll click edit, and you'll come in here and you'll add your stuff in the right place. So you'll first put your name. Like if I'm choosing to be the informal outline person, I'll just put CHRIS, and there I am. When you're finished, you hit save. So you'll use this area to put your notes in. Okay, so then you're going to scroll down, and you have additional steps that you'll have to do in terms of note taking. You can take notes. The final submission of your notes will have to be in the form of either a scanned document, Microsoft Word, Google Docs, Zoho Docs, something that you can then put in here, and you'll upload an electronic version. Now, once that part of the assignment's done, there are 2 commenting pieces to this assignment. The first is that you're going to use the space below to share comments with other members of your group and between groups. Please read the directions below carefully to understand the commenting part. And so commenting part 1 is where you're going to interact within your groups, and there are certain questions you're going to have to answer based on a comparison of your notes. And you see the list of those questions here. So what you'll basically do is you'll go in and say, my answer is, and I'll put an example here, Chris S. dash, the most important common points I noticed were, and then you put your information below. And so you just keep adding up below those questions for each of those 3. And then the final part is that you'll have to go out and explore some of what the other groups did since they watched other videos. And you're going to see, what you're going to do is you're going to compose a little 3 to 5 sentence paragraph based on just the notes, not watching the video, but just the notes from other groups, to see if you can kind of put together a summary of what the video was about, sort of like you would find on the back of a book. And so that's this whole wiki activity. And if I go back to Module 7, you'll see that the actual activity and then the commenting parts down through here are all that is required, except for the last thing in Module 7 is the course recommendations quiz, which is found at the bottom of the list. This is a simple quiz. It's 4 essay questions. You're going to go in and answer those, and that will complete Module 7. Now, the good news is that since Module 7 goes through chapters 8 and 9, this will wrap us up for the rest of the semester. So everything you see posted here, you will not have any other assignments beyond what you see posted here in Module 6 and Module 7. Please remember the group activity that you're supposed to be working on. All assignments will have to be due by Tuesday, October 13th at the latest. Again, all of them have specific due dates, but the last day of this course is Wednesday, October 14th. So I have to have all work in by Tuesday, October 13th in order to count for this course. Again, if you have any questions, email me, but that's Module 7, and that should complete ACA 122.